start. Ooh! It's, Latvian. They're the Latvians because they have the G3s. I like the reservists. Like, as infantry, I like having a small, cheap, infantry squad. They're surprisingly capable for how much they cost.
The Russian forces are rapidly advancing toward Riga from the north and also from the east. The garrison inside the city isn't prepared for this assault.
It's not prepared. That's what he says. It's not prepared.
The nearby military base at Kadaga is currently hosting forces from 3 Baltic states who are participating in joint training exercise together. The base must be evacuated before it's surrounded, and the Baltic forces will conduct a fighting retreat to gain us time.
Oh.
Welcome to Kadaga, Commander. The Russian forces will soon be upon us. We have gathered here the Baltic units which were training in the base. Choose which group you want to command.
Let's go with the Lithuanians. So, for full disclosure,
Lithuanian forces. A solid choice. Lithuania's largest military out of 3 and possesses the most modern equipment. Okay, we'll meet at the crossroads. The Russian assaults are well synchronized, and we need to split our forces to avoid being outflanked from one side or the other. The evacuation of the base is still ongoing, so we need to gain us some time by conducting a fighting retreat with your troops. You will have limited reinforcements coming from Riga, so make sure to keep your units alive and fall back whenever
I think
it's necessary,
that's where we
rather than
start.
losing them.
like, that's the first line of defense. Is what I'm trying to get at. It's like, I think that's right. Because the map doesn't appear to show this road or these associated buildings.
We need to split to cover 2 axes of attack. Send your troops in the direction of your choice and we'll cover the other side. Alright, you take the right, we take the left. Let's go.
Okay. Hang on. So the same reservists as I got. Yeah. With the laws. Okay, anyway. So, I have tried this several times. And for some reason, with the Lithuanians specifically, it is rather difficult. I mean, when I was trying it with the Latvians, it wasn't too hard. But... And I think it might be with how I do it, or how I'm doing it, because I don't know. We'll have to see. Because what I've been doing is I've been taking these M113s, loading them up with a pair of reservists, and I've been putting, and I've been unloading each. I've basically been doing this, and then unloading each M113 into each one of these buildings alongside the infantry, the regular line infantry, and that kind of works, but it's not necessarily great. I mean, I can get it to work if I micromanage the infantry really well, and even then it's a bit of a close run thing. So what I think I'm going to do now is instead just go with something like that. And, well, no. Maybe go with something like this, using the line infantry. Instead of the reservists.
The Russian force advancing from the east on the right flank are coming with tanks and IFVs. Let's focus our best anti-tank units there. Dig in,
And
hold
then I
the
can
line,
put the
and
javelin
don't let
teams
them
in
reach
here.
the highway to Riga.
Yes, thank you. And I'm putting them. I'm putting these vehicles behind this building specifically because I have learned the hard way that line of sight is a thing, and if you want, and I parked the first time I tried to do this with the Lithuanians, I parked both of these right here, and they subsequently got sniped by a BMP-2 with Conkers. So parking things behind buildings and terrain features is important. Unload that, and then go over there, where you will be largely out of line of sight. I know it's a bug, but it's funny. And have they started the... I think... Yeah, they have. Okay. Cool. And then put these reservists over here. I mean, this part of the plan is working very well. But putting the reservists in here is not. These guys have, they have M3 Gustavs, which is on par with the Raws. Okay. They've got DMRs, they've got light machine guns. or well, a medium machine gun. Grenade launchers, and then G36Ks. Which, I believe the K is the carbine version of the G36. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily unusual. The M4 is technically a carbine, and that is the standard
Artillery,
issue
take cover.
service rifle for the
This
US.
is an out-in-there attack. Prepare to fight.
Wow, they are...
Those damn helicopters are hunting down our vehicles. Where is our air defense?
I'm sorry, it will never not be funny to see the planes get shot down. Also, yes, they are giving me a NASAMS. I will bring the NASAMS up soon. And then have the Javelin teams pile in here. Let's see if it fares better with basic infantry in there. I suppose another way I could do it is I could put both, because you start out with 2 line infantry units, 2 support infantry units, and then 3 reservists. That seems, or three reservist units. That seems to be pretty common. And like I said, what I was doing was I was bringing up 2 more M113s loaded with reservists, and having 1 line infantry unit and 2 reservist units in each building. Alternatively, what I could do is try and put both line infantry units in this building, and then all 4 reservist units in this building, and just pack it full of these guys. Because this building has, I mean, as you can see with the dispersion of the smoke, this building has much longer sight lines than this one does. When threats show up with this building, they show up a whole lot closer. And one notable thing about these guys is that all of their guns have rather short ranges. Which is kind of funny, because these guys use the same guns, which are exactly the same, near as I can tell, except they have a 400-meter range, while the reservists only have a 300-meter range. But the laws also have, the A2 laws also have a 300-meter range. I don't know, they could have, either they could have given these guys different guns, or maybe they could have upped the damage of the gun slightly to make them better suited for closer range combat. I mean, I say all that. They're reservists. They're not exactly meant to be fighting toe-to-toe with special forces or anything, but I don't know. I'm actually gonna... you can go back. I don't think I need you necessarily. We'll grab one of the Unamogs. These U-23 Unamogs. I just like that word, Unamog. I don't know, I like it. Yeah, reservists do a good job. I kind of wish these reservists would just pick a building. I don't know, there's nothing wrong with having them patrol, but part of me just kind of wishes they would pick a building. Oh, hi! And you're dead. Doesn't matter how many. They have 12. 12 Gustav rounds. And okay, so apparently there was a total of 3 fired. I thought there was only 4, or 2 rather. Grab another Unimog. There we go. What's the aim time on these? 1 to 2 seconds. Okay, because it feels pretty long. I wonder how the script is set up to make the infantry patrol from building to building to building. Because they seem to be doing it randomly. That's a BMP-3. Is that a BMP-3? That is a BMP-3. Start. Okay, throwing BMP-3s at me from the start. I don't think... Either that's something I haven't noticed or that's something they haven't done. Please kill the BMP-3. BMP-1AM, BMP-1AM. Okay. Well, most of the Streliki assault aside, this is actually working surprisingly well. And they are out of Gustav rounds. These guys have 4 Gustav rounds. Is that guy within range? Bail out. Drop smoke. To conceal yourself.
Varsti kohale. Eteria, close on. Excellent. Their probing attacks have been repelled. Additional reserves are available. Use them to reinforce your positions.
Thank you. Now what I'm immediately going to do is I'm going to grab an ASAMS because I need one. Plug that there. Plug that there. And then they Sams can wait a bit. I'm also going to have you guys start making your way over here because I want those leopards. I really, really want those leopards. Okay, so that seems to have worked better, all things considered.
The evacuation of the base is complete. Our reserves are starting to form a second line of defense. Hold your line for as long as you can and fall back when needed. In a rush to withdraw from the base, they had to leave a pair of Leopard tanks behind. If you have time, you might want to send a unit there to retrieve them before they get captured.
You bet we have time for that.
Юдам і народита ташка. Юдам, кожен спачусь не посінеш. Transportas pasiruošęs. Nuvešim viską, kas liks gyva.
You know, I could have just used an Unimog for that.
Čia transportas. Mažiau kalbų, daugiau kilometrų. ABC budėjime. Tiekimo sunkvežimis pasiruošęs. Another artillery strike. Prepare for second assault.
Yep. You load up on that. You guys get back into position. You go pick that up. Turn that on.
Lipam
I'll say this. It seems like the left flank is easier, but you don't have as much stuff if you choose the left flank. Why are you wasting a javelin on that? I mean, 40mm HEDP is gonna take care of that just fine. Oh, I almost have enough points for 2 Vilkuses. For that matter, grab a pair of the M113s and send them back. Because if I am going to pick up a pair of Vilkuses, then I don't need the M113s. Tank. I like using the Unamogs specifically for this because they are very, very useful in if the helicopters show up. Oh, good grief.
First Leopard tank retrieved. The second was last spotted next to the shooting range. Go get it fast. Leoparda стартує. Tamsta, yudam.
BMP-2, BMTLB. Javelins? Javelins. They're kind of engaging. There's the javelins. Oof. Well, the infantry's taking a bit of a beating right out of the gate. Oh, and they have a T-80 BV. Well, that's not good. Can we kill that, please? Did we kill it? I'm going to assume we killed it. Shoot the infantry. Shoot them all. Oh, and there's more vehicles. Ooh. Oh, they have VDV Spetsnaz over there. That tank has lower health than it normally does. The reservists have so far been doing a bang-up job. Put you guys there, and I'm going to... I don't have enough for a third Unamog. I'm going to need another another Unimog soon. There we go.
Both Leopards retrieved. Now get out of the base before the Russians arrive.
Okay, and then move the two Unimogs there temporarily. Actually, there temporarily. So that if the helicopters show up, they're going to get a 23 by 152 moment of surprise. There we go. Oh, that's a BMP-3. Well, on the upside, that's... No, that is the BMP-3. Okay, because the turret... I look at the turret and I keep thinking it's a BMD. But apparently it's not. Can you guys ambush that with your laws? You can!
Second attacker belt. Our positions are now clearly identified. Expect much heavier assault next time.
Okay, get over here. Okay, they're still loading up. Move that there. Where is you? I need you. Right there. Quickly. And here it comes. You guys all need to pile into there. Naysams, you on that? Yeah, you're on that.
Holy fuck! This artillery barrage is massive. They decided to simply level our positions. Fall back to the second defensive line immediately. Run!
One minor complaint I have is that when you pause the game, any aircraft that has been shot down and is currently falling to the ground does not, it does not stay there. Like it doesn't stay. Get up there and meet them.
Kellel moona vaja on? Selge. Ümber paikneda.
Hurry up. We're not going to want to be here like yesterday. We're going to be gone. We're going to want to be gone by yesterday. Let's put it that way.
Our last reserves from Riga are available. You can call them in.
Thank you. What do we have? Oh, we have 4 more Vilkuses. 2 more MG teams, or GMG teams rather. I guess just bring all 4 of the Vilkuses. And both of those as well.
They are approaching the second line of defense. Hold it!
Oh, and there's the problem. This right here, this is why you can't hang around. Because that smirch will at least I assume it's a smirch, will absolutely just obliterate anything over here. Oh yeah, you need to go right here.
Sekam nurodyta trajektorija. Vilkas pirmas kontakte. Tiekimas parengtas. Pristatysim net ir pragarą. Tiekimo sunkvežimis pasiruošęs. Geležinis vilkas jūsų klausosi. Sunkvežimis ant ryšio. Ko dar trūksta? Krašto apsauga.
And then load, and then,
Pėstininkai kelyje. Jei pavargsim, pysim. Judėsim, nes be mūsų niekas nešaudo. Pėstininkai pasiruošę. Rezervistai. Garsmas. Okupuojam. Tegul priešas ieško kito viešbučio. Atvešim viską, jei kelias mus nenužudys. Oro gynybos sistema. Dangus po mūsų kontrole.
that on.
Lohuttorjete jie käsutuses. Selge, liigume.
Okay.
Tiekimo ekipažas parengtas. Vairas mūsų rankose.
Pull you back. You know, if I'm going to be entirely honest, it kind of sucks that we only have that we can only pick one of these reservist units at a time. This is part of the reason why I honestly think that I'm not saying they will, but I think it would be a good idea for the developers to make a Baltic States nation and then just make a specialization for each one of the three countries. Because you already have the templates to do that with all the various infantry squads, with the various recon units as well. It wouldn't be hard to make alternate loadouts for each one of them. Like, say you were to take the three different recon and the three different recon infantry squads and make what's the word I'm looking for, and put them in their own specializations. It wouldn't be hard to just give them alternate loadouts akin to what you have for Marine Raiders or Rangers RRC. At the same time, for things like the snipers, again, it's not going to be hard to give them alternate loadouts for what's the word I'm looking for? Like what you have with with most sniper units. You either have a basic rifle that's chambered in like 7.62 or 300 Win Mag, and then you have an upgrade to give them a rifle chambered in 50 BMG. It's not going to be hard to do that. And for the Lithuanians in particular who don't have a sniper unit, I'm pretty sure you can find a sniper team for the Lithuanian military. I don't think that's going to be hard. The thing that might be a little bit complicated is doing vehicles and aircraft. But that's not exactly an insurmountable challenge. And okay, you could potentially dip into the realm of hypotheticals. And I know the developers have outright said that they don't necessarily want to do that because some people don't like that. Honestly, I don't understand why people don't. Like, this isn't a realistic military game. Where is the map boundary? There's the map boundary. So the map boundary has not moved. Although they have moved artillery up. Anyway. I don't know. I don't necessarily buy the whole, some people don't like that, so we're not going to do it idea. And does that make me sound kind of greedy? I guess. But it's up armored. Why do they get the up armored versions and we don't? I don't know. I personally, I've always been a fan of looking at the more hypothetical. I think they're already on their way. I've always been a fan of looking at the more hypothetical aspects of different weaponry, like hypothetical warships, things that never got off the drawing board. I like those. And the developers, they've added prototypes, but they've seemed hesitant to add anything that isn't off the drawing, or they seem hesitant to add anything that hasn't reached the physically built functional prototype stage. And granted, for some things I understand. Like, there's some pretty ridiculous concepts out there. But for some of the more grounded ones, I think it would be a good idea to at least consider adding this stuff. I don't think it would be a bad idea. Oh, that one minstrel's firing. Oh! Okay, so the Vilkas are apparently playing, Shorad. What are you aiming at? Oi! Stop picking on the light vehicles. Alright, fine. Oh, you really don't want to be there. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure. Oh, the leopard's firing. grab a pair of these, because I think they will be useful. Getting very annoyed with that happening.
Multiple enemy strike planes detected. They're heading your way. Retreat from the final defensive line immediately.
Load sain ajateenistuses. Kellel varustust vaja on? Kas on ohutu liikuda? Savanori, prisimename. Planas užmušti jos visus. Logistiikka töötab. Korjame peale. Jalastuda ringkaitsesse. Magasin vaevu 6 tundi, aga liigume. Logistika siin. Edastage marsruut. Kuuldel, 100. Mechanizuoti atvažiavo. Bėgate, bėgam, blėt, kol plaučiai neatsisakys. Vilkai čia. Judam, kojos pačios nepasineš. Į priekį, batai nedėjoja ir jūs nedėjokit. Kellel varustust vaja on? Liigume juba. Teeme trenni. Käik sisse, liigume.
And then you go over there.
Geležinis vilkas, pirma linija. Vilkas eteryje, klausau. Prieštankinė komanda. Joksin. Kohe liigume sinna. Load sain ajateenistuses. Koordinaat käes. Liigume. Kellel moona vaja on? Veok kuuldel. Arusaadav. Liigume. Трактористи pasiruošę. Maršrutas aiškus. Tęsiam. Ekipažas pasiruošęs tamsta. Laikom pastovų tempą. Vilkai čia. Vilkas pirmas kontakte. Lipam. Būsim keleiviai pragaro autobuse. Variklis šiltas. Patranka alkana. Poziciją keičiam. Situacija kontroliuojama.
Oh yeah, you, don't be there.
Šarvuotis paremtas. Vilkai čia.
Here they come! Hold this line at all costs. The garrison of Riga still needs some time.
Vairuotojas pasiruošęs. Gazas, stabdis, stebuklai. Variklis pažeistas, gale krenta.
Well, that was a close one.
Vilna ātrumā! Ko gaidām? Braucam, kamēr vēl var! Sekam nurodytą trajektoriją. Mis meid ees ootab? Liigume juba. Pretanku transportieris klausās. Izvirzāmies. Tūlīt būsim. Ekipažas pasiruošęs. Susimąstyti vėlu. Važiuojam tamsta. Važiuojam. Lendasin vaevu 6 tuntia, aga liigume. Vilkas ant ryšio, nurodykit kursą. Klienas laukia veiksmo. APC čia, pasiruošiu judėti. Stovim tvirtai, laukiam visų žodžio. Judam lauk.
There we go.
Logistika siin, edastage marsruut. Kas on ohutu liikuda?
Wrong buttons.
Varsti kohale. Vilkai laukia komandos. Rezervistai užsiėmė. Logistika töötab. APGM ant ryšio, klausau. Jau kūdė. Käik sisse, liigume. Pėstininkai. Tikslas viršuje, mums patinka tokie. Tamsta mes čia.
Nice. One of them could see the T90M.
Po ugnimi, bet judam.
Good grief, what did it just get hit with? Excuse me, I needed that. Okay.
Kellel moona vaja on?
Oh, that's a lot of not nice things.
Negalime silaikyti. Tamsta, vilkas po spaudimu, bet kovoja.
Oh, they took out the truck.
Magasin vaimo 6 tuntia, aga liigume. Kovos mašina įsitraukė į mūšį. Kenel varustust vaja on? Selge. Ümber paikneda. Tamsa mes pragarė, bet kovojam. Važiuok, važiuok, važiuok. Vilkas budėjime, laukiam užduoties. Gazas dugnas, varom traiškit. Važiuojam atbuliniu. Võit algab toetusest. Masin on vigastatud. Õhutõrjeveok tule all! Täiskäik sisse! Vilkas ant starto. Judėsim pagal nurodymus. Traikinį matom. Trinam iš žemėlapio. Variklis dirba. Ginklas parinktas.
Oh, okay, so we're about done here.
Alright, that's enough. You've done everything you can, but won't survive another assault. Command orders an immediate retreat toward Riga. Grab everything you can and send your troops back to the city.
Kas on ohutu liikuda? Jalastuda! Kohe!
Okay.
Vilkas pasiruošęs bet kam.
Well, that didn't go as well as I was hoping. Or as I hoped, rather.
Loan sain ajateenistuses. Kuuldel, 100. Me juba liigume. Logistika siin. Edastage marsruut. Kohe liigume sinna.
I'm still bitter about the NASAMS. And the leper.
Čia transportas. Mažiau
Although,
kilometrų.
the
Transportas juda, šarvas dirba.
the NASAMS was kind of my fault. I will admit that it was my fault because I
Võit algab
basically left it out in the open.
Ülesanne läbi. Tagalasse.
Well, the KD on this one isn't going to be great. Oh, they've got more things that they're shooting at.
Traktoristai pasiruošę.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're not paid to bring back ammunition, so
Kanssanne läpi. Takaisin takalasse. Kas on ohuttu liikuda? Prieš tankiniai specialistai. GMG jūsų dispozicijoje. Drebinsim žemę.
Shouldn't. There we go.
Judėsim tamsta. Kelias pats nuo mūsų trauksis. Karinis transporteris laukia nurodymų. Logistiikka töötab. Magasin vaevu 6 tuntia, aga liigume. Vilkas čia. Pasiruošę judėti. Ekipažas pasiruošęs tamsta. Vilkas pasiruošęs. Radaras veikia. Matom virš medžių. Vilkas ant starto. Judėsim pagal nurodymus. Ekipažas ant ryšio. Judam namo, techniniai apžiūrai.
Alright, and that's everybody pulling out. I'm still wondering what exactly would hit that leopard. I've noticed that a couple of times since the update came out. Sometimes, occasionally a vehicle will be hit for very high damage. And I'm not entirely sure what is hitting them. So, honestly, I don't know.
Evacuation complete. All our troops have made it and will join the garrison of Riga. Congratulations.
Well, that wasn't terrible, but could have gone better. That's for certain. Okay, next up, it would be the Estonians, I believe. And it's not even 7 KD. Reservists doing pretty good work. And the Unamogs. The Vilkas shooting down helicopters. These guys were also doing some pretty good work as well. First NASAMS, that's the only thing it got. Grenade launcher team. Okay. Okay, these guys were definitely, going to town. And the Javelin teams. And the ZU-23 actually got a BMP-3. That's kind of impressive. The Groms. That's the only thing the Leopard 2... Okay. The other Javelin team. The Vilkas. The Vilkas shooting down helicopters. Alright, well that's not bad. What'd I lose stuff to? This. Annoying. T9DM. Okay. I mean, I know side shots aren't great and all, but I'm just thinking, HE pen does, or HE shells do 9 damage in pen. Where's a T90M? T90M. Presumably they were firing heat. Okay, heat actually does 10 with 850. Hey. Okay, I guess I can see it. Anyway, actually that's a point. What's the heat round on this thing do? 850. Okay, so you don't actually reach 900 heat pen.